Hello everybody, and my name is Sky, but you can call me Doodles or whatever you want, I guess. And today I'm gonna say a story time. Yay! Sorry, kind of awkward. I don't know how to make a video, but yeah, story time of how I hate things my friends do. Yeah. Also, my background is me drawing Alien Miku, and right here is the reference. So like the first thing I guess my friend does. I have like two friends that like bother me. I hate things they do. So let's call my first friend Apple, cuz why not? So Apple, she's an okay person, I would say. She is like all fine and dandy. She's a sweetheart when you first meet her, but like once you're close to her as I am, uh, she's like a bit like weird. Like she always says rude comments about me and is like, "Oh, you can't sing. I can sing way better than you," which ticks me off because okay, I guess I joined choir to sing better, but like it's whatever, I guess. And the other thing she does is she brings about she brings up weight and says that I'm clearly bigger than her when I'm like skinny, okay? And I don't want to be fat phobic about this because I'm not. I used to be like pretty fat and like chubby myself, but she is very bigger than me, and she's always says I'm big, and she even said it in the choir room, and everybody looked at us, and they were like, "Oh, she got you." Like, no, guys, she's bigger than me. I don't know. I don't want to sound like fat phobic when I'm saying that because. I don't know, it just feels weird every time she says it. Like, I've been called big by bigger people who are bigger than me, which makes no sense. Also, another thing she does is like, every time I look at her, and she's soprano and I'm alto. If you don't know what that is, a soprano is somebody who sings high and loud. Altos are people who sing low and like deep ish. Well, at least for me, my experience. And every time I look at her, because we're always on opposite sides, she looks at me, she makes faces, like disgusted faces, and she starts pointing the middle finger at you and like cursing out, saying F you, over and over again. Like, what did I do? I've literally given you money. I've given you matching keychains, by the way, which is like not fair because I've done all this stuff for you and you're acting rude to me. I've literally threatened her to like, hey, if you keep doing this stuff, I'm not gonna give you the matching keychain. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, forgive me. And I'm like, okay, because I'm a forgiving person, and I forgive her, and you know what? She continues it, which is not fair because I'm a pushover from what I heard from my other friend. I love that friend. Okay, I think that's all I have her. No, wait, I have another one. She's like really weird with like boyfriends. And I don't mean the kind of weird that's like, oh, I miss my boyfriend. I love my boyfriend so much. Look at my boyfriend. No, but she is kind of like that, which, okay, I don't care, but it gets annoying at some point. But whatever, you're in a happy relationship, kind of, most of the time. Well, not really most of the time, because I don't want to, like, I don't want to say this in public because like it's like weird that I'm saying her relationship status or like whatever you say, but her relationships are not really healthy, but they're not toxic. You know what I mean? And every time she breaks up with her man and she's all sad about it, and she gets a boyfriend like 3 days or like a whole week later, and I'm confused because what you broke up with your boyfriend? What happened? And why do you keep getting like 10 different boyfriends? I don't like that because if you're in a relationship, I feel like you should at least wait until getting into a new one. Because what do you mean you got out of one and you like miss your boyfriend so much, you were sad about it, told me every day of school, and now you have a new boyfriend and you're talking to him the same way to me that you talk to as like your other boyfriend. That makes sense. Sorry. Which is like, it's weird, but I guess whatever. I don't know. I never had a boyfriend. Well, I did two of them, 2 times, but I was never like that. Anyways, enough about Apple, and I just want to say this: I don't hate Apple. Yeah, she can be annoying and like on my nerves sometimes, but I did get matching keychains for us, and she also got matching keychains for us. So I'm just still gonna be friends with her, and hopefully maybe she grows up. And I don't mean like she's a little kid. I mean that she gets mature and stuff, you know? Okay, well that's enough about Apple, and let's get on to Banana, cause yes, Banana, she's weird-ish, and I don't mean that like in a rude way, cause I'm also weird. I also call myself weird, and because I am, but they're like super rude, and like, cause my art, you can tell I'm trying to go for that anime art style kind of vibe, which I am, and they can draw full on anime style, like how you see it in the shows. That's how they can draw it. But they always, when they look at mine, they always make, oh, your anatomy is so bad. Oh my god, that looks so bad. They always put me down and say it very, very harshly. And whenever they're talking to somebody about, like, art, they never say anything rude to them. It's only towards me, which is, like, off. But I guess because they do say we're close friends and they're, like, glad that we're friends. But, like, I don't know. They're always putting me down. And I've talked about it to my other friend. About her, and he's like, oh yeah, I never liked that person either because they were rude. Banana called let's call him, I don't know, but like let's call him boy for right now. I don't know if they're a guy because they have they them pronouns, but I think they have they them. Oh my god, I don't remember, sorry if they see this, but they probably won't. But yeah, Banana was rude to them. I never understood why. They were cool. I always wanted to hang out with them, but like Banana was always near me, and like they hated them. And it was like, oh, don't be there neither. Don't be near them. I was like, okay, but yeah, and it's just rude, guys. Just like, I don't like being rude. I'm never rude. I'm always a sweetheart. I'm nice. But I can be rude sometimes, but like that's just me getting mad, so I'm not like actually, and plus I don't like raising my voice. It makes me want to cry. But it's just off that they're always rude for like no reason to people. And for me, like, I'm your best friend, and you always compliment our other friend, which I get it. She's softer, she doesn't curse, she doesn't do any of that, but like, what about me? You shouldn't be putting down others. You should be building up their encouragement. I don't know, confidence. Sorry. But yeah, they're like rude all the time, and it just makes me not want to draw. And plus, they're very clingy, which I don't mind, but just like they always want to be near me, and they hate it when I sit next to like Apple, which is weird. And like I've tried not talking to them much or sending videos, or like I've been trying to be friends with trying to be friends now. I'm friends with my other friend. Wait, okay, whatever. That sounds wrong. I'm like trying to like not talk to them and talk to my other friend more. There, that's what I meant to say. And they've been like, wow, you don't love me, you don't care about me, you only care about her. I'm like, oh, okay, relax. Not everything's about you. I'm like, just off. Yeah. I just don't really like that person anymore, and I'm like hoping I can be friends with them, which I've promised myself I won't be friends with them next year because we're going to different schools, which is great for me, and hopefully they aren't as rude to as other people anymore. Yeah, those are the things that I hate that both of my friends do, and I just don't know what to really do because I don't really want to be friends with Banana anymore. They've been great for the last 2 years, but now they're just being worse and worse, and I don't want to be friends with that anymore. Rude. I don't want to be friends with her anymore, and I think it's better off if we don't become friends. But Apple, Apple, we can still be friends. It doesn't bother me as much. Just hopefully I can talk to her about it because she's understanding, she's kind and all that stuff. So hopefully. But that's the things that my friends do that I hate, and hopefully they can fix themselves. Well, that sounds kind of rude, but yeah, pretty sure that's what people say anyways. But yeah, if you have any rude friends like how I've encountered, or just like anything, you should probably talk to them 3 times or 2. And if they haven't changed, then maybe you need to leave them. not maybe. You need to leave them because that's gonna be unhealthy if you don't leave them. But yeah,